You know, sometimes the secrets to better health aren't found in a doctor's office or inside a bottle of pills. They're right there in your own kitchen. All you have to do is open your spice cabinet, and you'll discover the small, everyday miracles nature has already given you. Today, I want to share with you 5 simple, familiar spices that have the power to ease joint pain, calm inflammation, and nourish your body from within. So sit back, pour yourself a warm cup of tea, and join me as we begin this gentle journey toward natural healing together. I've worked with thousands of patients over the age of 50 for more than 3 decades. And I've learned that sometimes it's the smallest things that make the biggest difference in how our bodies heal. One of those little secrets is cinnamon. I often tell my patients the scent of cinnamon doesn't just warm the air, it warms the tired joints within you. Every winter morning when I walk into my clinic, the gentle aroma of cinnamon tea reminds me of peace, of mornings when the body is awakened not by alarm or pain, but by gentle care. And here's the beautiful part, it's not just a feeling. Science has shown that cinnamon truly helps reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and balance blood sugar, 3 key factors behind the joint pain many people in your age group experience. I want you to imagine this. It's morning. You've just woken up. Your knees feel a little stiff, your lower back a bit sore. Instead of reaching for a pain pill, you head to the kitchen. You boil a cup of water, add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, maybe a touch of honey. As you lift the cup, that warm, comforting scent fills your senses, slides down your throat, and spreads gently through your body. Such a simple ritual, yet when practiced daily, it can change how your joints respond to inflammation and pain. One of my patients, Linda, age 67, used to struggle just to climb the stairs because of knee pain. Instead of relying only on medication, she began a small new habit, drinking cinnamon tea every morning and sprinkling a little on her oatmeal. 6 weeks later, during her follow-up visit, she smiled and said, "Doctor, my knees still ache sometimes, but they no longer run my day." That's what I hope every patient can experience, not a miracle, but steady change from within, one day at a time. Cinnamon isn't just the spice of holiday desserts, it's part of nature, gentle, patient, yet remarkably strong. When we learn to treat our bodies with that same patience, they respond with healing. You don't need a big transformation to begin. Just half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a few quiet minutes for yourself, and a simple belief that caring for your health isn't a battle, but a journey back toward balance. Have you ever noticed how certain smells, just a faint whiff, can bring you right back to your childhood? For me, the scent of garlic sizzling in a pan is one of those memories. It reminds me of my mother, a small, resilient woman who used to say, "1 clove of garlic a day is worth more than a pill." Back then, I laughed, but now, after decades as a doctor, I realize she was wiser than any medical textbook I've ever read. Garlic is one of nature's simplest gifts, yet inside it lies a world of power. The compound allicin in garlic helps reduce inflammation, ease swollen joints, improve blood circulation, and even protect bone density, something everyone over 50 should care about. Research has shown that people who eat garlic regularly have a lower risk of arthritis and osteoporosis. But honestly, I don't need studies to believe it. I see it in my patients every single day. One of them, David, age 68, came to me with stiff, aching hands from rheumatoid arthritis. He'd tried every painkiller available, but the relief never lasted. So I suggested something simpler. Each morning, crush 1 clove of raw garlic, mix it with a teaspoon of honey, and eat it before breakfast. It sounded strange to him at first, but 2 weeks later he returned, smiling. "Doctor," he said, "the pain's not completely gone, but I can finally hold a pen again. I just signed my wife's birthday card." You see, sometimes healing doesn't come from a prescription bottle, it comes from the food on your table. I want you to picture this. Instead of seeing garlic as something too strong or smelly, think of it as a loyal companion to your health. Each clove you eat builds a tiny shield, helping your joints stay flexible, your bones stronger, and your blood flowing freely. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds you that your body still knows how to heal itself. You just have to give it the chance. Start small. Add garlic to your soups, stews, or simply mix it with honey. A natural antibiotic that's gentle on the stomach, free of side effects, and inexpensive. I often tell my patients healing doesn't always begin in the clinic. Sometimes it begins in the kitchen, where you cook and where you care for yourself. And maybe, just like the smell of garlic from my childhood kitchen, a small habit you start today could become the beginning of a stronger, calmer, and healthier body tomorrow. Have you ever wondered why the smallest things often make the biggest difference? I've met so many people, especially those over 60, who tell me they've tried every medication, every expensive therapy. Yet their knees still ache, their shoulders remain stiff, and every morning feels heavy. And when I ask, do you ever add a little black pepper to your meals? They usually look surprised. Who would think that such an ordinary spice sitting on the dinner table could be a silent hero for our joints? Black pepper, tiny but mighty. Inside each peppercorn is a compound called piperine. It sounds simple, but piperine helps the body reduce inflammation, protect cartilage, and most remarkably, increase the absorption of natural anti-inflammatory nutrients, like curcumin from turmeric, by up to 20 times. That means if you take turmeric without black pepper, most of its benefits simply pass through your system unused. But with just a pinch of pepper, turmeric transforms into a true healing medicine. I remember one of my patients, Margaret, 72 years old, struggling with shoulder arthritis for years. She told me, "Doctor, I've been drinking turmeric every day, but nothing seems to change." I smiled and said, "Margaret, try adding just one thing, a few cracks of fresh black pepper to your morning golden milk." 3 weeks later, she returned with a radiant smile. "I can't believe it, but my shoulder pain has actually eased." Maybe the difference really was in those tiny black specks. I want you to imagine this. You're sitting at the breakfast table, eggs, soup, whole grain toast. You reach for the pepper grinder, give it a twist, and sprinkle a little over your food. The aroma rises, warm, sharp, and familiar. It wakes up your taste buds. And in its own quiet way, it wakes up your body's ability to heal itself. That's not just a culinary habit, it's a small, meaningful ritual of self-care. Modern science now confirms that piperine is also a powerful antioxidant, helping reduce cellular stress and protect cartilage from age-related damage. I often tell my patients, you don't always need a new medicine. Sometimes what you need has been sitting on your table all along. You just haven't noticed it. So next time you reach for the pepper shaker, remember this. Each grain of pepper is a gentle reminder that true health doesn't come from grand gestures, but from small choices repeated every single day. A sprinkle of black pepper, a warm meal, and a grateful heart. That's where healing begins. I still remember one evening, an older patient once asked me, "Doctor, is there anything natural that can help ease my joint pain? Something to stop my shoulders and knees from aching at night?" I smiled and said, "Yes. Sometimes the miracle you're looking for is already in your kitchen, small but powerful enough to soothe your whole body." That night, I told her about cloves, those tiny, fragrant dried flower buds that most people think are just for baking or tea, yet they hold a remarkable healing strength. Inside every clove is a compound called eugenol, a natural substance that can block the enzyme COX2, the very same pathway many pain medications target. But the difference is, cloves do it gently, naturally, without putting stress on your liver, stomach, or kidneys. I want you to imagine this. It's evening, after a long day. You make yourself a warm cup of clove tea, add a drizzle of honey and a few drops of lemon. As the steam rises, it carries that spicy, comforting aroma. You take a sip, the warmth spreads through your chest and down to your hands and knees. Slowly, the stiffness begins to fade, and the dull ache that lingered all afternoon starts to quiet down. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual of healing. Another patient of mine, Richard, 70 years old, used to struggle with lower back pain that kept him awake at night. I suggested a simple habit: drink clove tea before bed. 3 weeks later, he came back and told me, "I still wake up in the mornings, but I don't feel drained anymore. My body actually feels rested." And he smiled, the kind of smile that only comes when you've found peace after pain. To me, cloves represent strength in simplicity. While so many people search for complex medicines or expensive solutions, sometimes all you need is a small, fragrant reminder, something that calms your mind, soothes your joints, and nourishes your cells with the powerful antioxidants nature has already provided. Modern science confirms what ancient traditions have known all along. Cloves are among the most antioxidant-rich spices in the world, surpassing even many so-called superfoods. That means they help protect cartilage from wear, slow cellular aging, and keep your body more flexible over the years. So tonight, if your joints ache a little, don't rush to the medicine cabinet. Go to your kitchen, brew yourself a cup of warm clove tea. Sit down, close your eyes, and let the aroma remind you of this truth. Your body already knows how to heal. All it asks from you is gentleness and patience. Have you ever noticed how just the smell of ginger, that warm, spicy scent with a little tingle in the throat, seems to make your whole body feel lighter, a little more alive? I often tell my patients, ginger is nature's medicine, a gift the earth gives to joints that have carried us through the years. In over 30 years of practice, I've seen countless people find comfort for their knees, shoulders, and hands through one simple habit: a warm cup of ginger tea each morning. What's fascinating is that science agrees. Ginger contains a compound called gingerol, a natural anti-inflammatory that's nearly as powerful as some NSAID medications, but without harming the stomach or liver. And unlike pills, ginger doesn't just dull pain. It helps the body find its own balance again, allowing you to feel relief from the inside out. I want you to picture this. It's a cold winter morning. You don't reach for pills or complicated remedies. You simply boil a small pot of water, add a few slices of fresh ginger, a pinch of turmeric, and a spoonful of honey. As the steam rises, you take a deep breath, letting that spicy aroma awaken your senses. The first sip tingles slightly, then warms your chest as the heat spreads gently through your body. Slowly, your fingers feel less stiff. Your knees move more easily. That's the quiet power of nature, gentle but deeply persistent. I once had a patient named Mary, 65 years old, who used to dread winter more than anything because her joints hurt so badly she couldn't even hold a cup of coffee. I suggested she start each morning with a cup of ginger turmeric tea with honey and stay consistent for 3 weeks. When she came back, her first words weren't "I'm pain-free," but rather "I feel alive again. It's like warm blood is flowing through me." For me, that's the greatest compliment ginger could ever receive. Ginger doesn't just improve circulation and ease stiffness, it helps keep the body warm, especially during those chilly months when the bones like to speak up. You don't have to make any big changes. Just drop a few slices of ginger into your tea, your soup, or even your morning water. Sometimes the smallest adjustments lead to the most lasting results. I truly believe that every slice of ginger you drop into hot water is more than a spice. It's a message to your body that says, "I care about you. I'm helping you heal." And if you stay patient with these little rituals, a cup of ginger tea, a bit of morning sunlight, a slow, mindful breath, you'll begin to realize that your body still knows how to heal itself, if only you give it the chance. After many years in this profession, I've learned that true health doesn't come from miracles. It comes from the small choices we repeat every day. A cup of ginger tea, a pinch of black pepper, a few cloves in warm water. These simple things can completely change the way your body feels and experiences life. So start today. Care for your joints, your heart, and your well-being in the most natural way possible. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need this gentle reminder. Who knows, one small action from you today might bring comfort and healing to someone else. Thank you for joining me, and remember, your body already knows how to heal. All it needs is for you to truly listen to it.